She's in court suing him for over $4,000 in baby expenses, but he says he's already bought her everything she asked. Her mom is here to defend her. She says he called her during the pregnancy and promised to be there for his daughter, no matter what.
And that was it. That was the end of the...
Harvey. Mr. Harvey, you are not her father. Mr. McKee, you never heard from Miss Thomas again during the whole pregnancy.
I haven't heard from her, Your Honor.
All while she was pregnant?
All while she was pregnant.
So you weren't there when the baby was born?
No, Your Honor.
This whole mess started on a dating app. Ms. Thomas and Mr. McKee hooked up, and now she's in court to prove he's the father of her baby boy, Carson.
Miss Thomas, you and the defendant, Mr. McKee, met on an online dating website, and the conversation quickly jumped offline and into Mr. McKee's bed. You believed you were in a committed relationship with the defendant and was devastated when he denied your pregnancy.
But he says he wasn't looking for a relationship. He claims he was just having fun, but she fell for him after just a month.
I wasn't ready, Your Honor.
Tell me about it, though. You know, a lot of times we're in situations like this where there are two people are on two different pages. I hear a lot of times when women say, you know, I was to him, and then the man will say, well, I wasn't committed to her, or even vice versa. Sometimes, you know, the man is committed and faithful, and the woman is.
How did she tell him she was pregnant? She sent him a picture of the positive test, and he replied, whatever you decide to do, just let me know, and then blocked her.
I said, let me take a pregnancy test. So I took a pregnancy test. I took a picture of it, and I sent it to him through text message. He was like, what is this? I like a pregnancy test. He's like, oh, okay, so whatever you decide to do, just let me know.
But she called me when she was like 3 months pregnant. I know I got a phone call, I was at work. I told her I'd call her back, but I ended up blocking her number.
He was a total ghost. He had no contact with her for the entire pregnancy and wasn't even there for the birth.
Mr. McKee, you never heard from Miss Thomas again during the whole pregnancy.
I haven't heard from her, Your Honor.
All while she was pregnant?
All while she was pregnant.
So you weren't there when the baby was born?
No, Your Honor.
His big reason for doubt is the baby's looks. He says the baby is too light-skinned and has different features, even joking that he looks like Donald Trump.
So, Mr. McKee, she sent you a text with the picture of the baby. Your first response was what?
The baby look like he can be for Donald Trump.
Like, really?
But that's not all. He says because she already has 7 other kids, he thinks she's probably getting with a lot of other guys too.
Whoever else you think she might be me?
You feel like because she has more than one child, that she potentially was entertaining a lot of different men. And so it's not just you she was sleeping. Is that what you're trying to say?
1 month.
Oh, now I get what you say. Okay, could you just talk?
She swears she wasn't with anyone else. She says her other kids' fathers were all black, so there's no way the baby could be so light unless it was his.
I meet you April the 1st, and April the 20th, we getting it in. It ain't gonna take long.
It's because she had sex with you so quickly that you felt like, well, maybe this is the type of person or type of woman who's also having sex with other people.
Well, when we first started off,
his own family is divided. His mom thinks the baby looks like him, but his aunt told her to go find the real father.
Do you feel like there's a resemblance?
My mama say it can be mine, but my auntie say she need to find the dad of that baby.
Okay, so even in your own family, the response has been...
Right.
It's hard.
It's off.
Carson's 8 months old. So you've been doing this all this time?
Yes, ma'am.
He's got his own drama. He already has 1 daughter and has 2 more kids on the way with 2 different women, who are sisters.
So do you have any other kids, Mr. McKee?
I have a daughter. I have 2 more on the way.
Right.
With your spouse or your girlfriend?
Girlfriend.
So the children were planned. So you have twins on the way?
No, not twin, but 2 different women.
But wait, after the results are read, she drops a final bombshell, revealing that the real father is actually her ex from before she even met Mr. McKee.
It has been determined by this court. Mr. McKee, you are not the father.
Are you serious?
This whole mess started when Mr. Matlock left town for just 1 week to visit his son. When he came back, his girlfriend, Ms. Monroe, had already moved her ex into their house.
Mr. Matlock.
Yes, ma'am.
You say that a few years back you were suddenly called away on family business.
Cheating. They got back together, and then a month and a half later, she dropped the bombshell that she was pregnant. At first, she told him he was not the father, but now she's in court trying to prove that he is. What a tangled web of lies.
We sit down, we have the discussion. I asked her point blank, am I the father of the child? Who's
And
the
I
baby
was
daddy?
honest, right?
She
And what
looked
did
at
she
me
say?
and
I was
said,
honest.
you're not the father. Real talk.
He's been paying child support for 4 years. He says he missed the first court date and was named the dad by default, and now he's paying $360 a month for a kid.
Amount of $360 a month.
The child support has ruined his life. He says it destroyed his marriage to another woman and forced him to get a second job just to make the payments.
In the beginning, me and Deshaun, we weren't really serious when we had our first son. I did cheat on him in the beginning.
This poor dude, Mr. Mitchell, is so fed up. He's in court to get DNA tests for his 2 sons because his wife, Ms. Dalton, has put him and the kids through a lot.
Mr. Mitchell, you are petitioning the court for 2 DNA tests to determine if you are the father of your estranged wife's 2 children. 2-year-old Deshaun Jr. and 1-year-old Bishop.
He's a total stand-up guy. Even with all his doubts, he has full custody of both little boys and is raising them all on his own.
You currently have custody of the 2 boys, so the stakes of today's results couldn't be higher.
Yes, Your Honor.
She's got some nerve. She tries to play the victim, claiming she was forced to leave her home. But he says she's the one who walked out with another man, telling him to take the kids.
What she did is she left with another man. She just came home one day, Your Honor, and just said, here go your kids, take the kids, and just walked out.
There was something that happened, and
That's what
I
she
was
did.
I was forced to leave my home.
Nobody forced her to leave. When she left me, Your Honor, and left the kids and walked out, Your Honor, I was on our city bus in the freezing.
She's a cheater, and she knows it. She admits she was getting with another man at the very beginning of their relationship, right when their first son was made.
In the beginning, me and Deshaun, we weren't really serious when we had our first son. I did cheat on him in the beginning.
How did he find out? He says the other man called her phone, and when he confronted her, she lied and said it was just her cousin.
I happened to end up finding out once we was over my sister's house. Some guy calls her phone, Your Honor. So when the guy calls her phone, I'm like, who is that? It's her cousin. That's what she says. It's my cousin. So when I said, okay.
The other man spilled all the tea. Mr. Mitchell says he made her call the guy back, and the man confessed they had been together without protection and that she might be pregnant.
I asked her to call him back. Once she calls him back, he talking about they been having sex and he ain't been using condoms and she may be pregnant. This what he's saying, Your Honor.
There was never
You
a
spoke
time.
to him?
But he's a good guy. Even with all those red flags, he still signed the first son's birth certificate because he wanted to believe her.
He was born?
Yes, he
Yes,
did.
Your Honor, I did.
You did?
Yes. I wanted to believe her, Your Honor. I really did.
He was there the whole pregnancy and the whole 9 in the room and everything.
Was he expressing doubt to you?
No, he was not, and that's why it came to me that he even thought.
The cheating never stopped. He says she was with 3 or 4 other men and that she even got with a Keo worker right before their second son was born.
Mr. Mitchell, what is this doubt based on?
Your Honor, it's the cheating that she's constantly been doing, Your Honor. It's been 3, maybe 4 guys that she done cheated on me with. Probably 3 since we've been married.
And then after Deshaun was born, you all obviously stayed together because not long after, you have another child.
Correct.
She admits it again. She confesses that she did get with the co-worker, but tries to excuse it by saying their relationship was going through a rocky period.
So, yes, I did cheat with the guy, and I'm not saying that I didn't.
Your Honor, I came home one day, Your Honor. Guy is sitting on my couch, Your Honor.
On your couch?
And she done made dinner or lunch, whatever you want to call it, for this guy.
Judge Lake has 2 envelopes that will change everything. Will this man who stepped up be rewarded with the truth, or is he about to have his heart broken twice?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Mitchell, you are Bishop's father.
Cause that's why it's funny, because how can somebody tell me who I was sleeping with? Nobody in the room was in the room with me when I was sleeping with somebody. What do I have to lie for?
Keyshawn told us that he wanted the blood test. The only way, Keyshawn only denied the baby when him and my daughter was arguing.
This whole heartbreaking story starts with Ms. Hooker, who is trying to prove her late ex-boyfriend Keyshawn is her baby's dad. But his mom, Miss Baker, is here to prove he's not.
Ms. Hooker, you are here with your mother because you say the defendant's son, Mr. Abraham, fathered your 10-month-old daughter, Kanaya. You say that Ms. Baker and her family's denial of this child has caused you pain, and you are here for an apology and to prove her son is the father.
The family's doubt is fueled by some really nasty rumors, including the fact that Keyshawn's own sister cruelly said baby Kanaya was too fat to be his baby.
It's not Miss Baker who denies Kenaya, it's her family who makes my daughter feel some type of way. It's not Miss Baker. she was too fat to be his baby. She fat like them, and it's just a whole bunch of stuff. Never from Miss Baker. It's always family who always have something to say about my grandbaby.
But Grandma Baker says her late son told her directly that he wasn't the only boy that had messed with Ms. Hooker. Was she with someone else behind his back?
But then when we finally found out for sure, he told me. He said he wasn't the only boy that had messed with Denaya.
Okay.
Keyshawn allegedly heard from another guy that he was also with Ms. Hooker while he was away. Was she really juggling two men at once?
On a Sunday, and he died that Friday.
I'm so very sorry.
He just told me to promise him that we was gonna get a test done because of what the other young man said, and you know.
What did the other young man say?
He told Keyshawn that when he wasn't around, he was supposedly sleeping with Denaya.
But Ms. Hooker swears she was loyal to Keyshawn and claims he only ever denied the baby when they were in a fight.
You know, 'cause that's why it's funny, because how can somebody tell me who I was sleeping with? Nobody in the room was in the room with me when I was sleeping with somebody. What do I have to lie for?
Keyshawn told us that he wanted the blood test. The only way, Keyshawn only denied the baby when him and my daughter was arguing.
The family feud gets ugly. Keyshawn's sister says she can't even look at the baby because it's just a painful reminder that my brother's not here.
For me personally, to look at the baby because it's just a reminder that my brother's not here. So it's not about her and her feeling. When she does come around, it is a sense of sadness for me. So it's not that somebody looking at her crazy, dealing with
the ultimate act of disrespect. Baby Kanaya's name was completely left out of her alleged father's obituary after he was tragically murdered.
I came here because this is what I promised my baby, and it's gonna be done.
And the truth is, Ms. Baker, and you're right. You're right.
Judge, my daughter really feels some type of way. It's not that she feels some type of way. It's like she more hurt behind the obituary. And Miss Carolyn has explained to her about the obituary, how the obituary went. But in her heart, she feel like Miss Bland left her out of the obituary on purpose.
But she makes a promise. If the baby is his, she will personally go back to the funeral home and have the obituaries reprinted with Kanaya's name included.
Since she got left out the obituary, I have already told them if it comes back saying Kenaya belongs to Keyshawn, I'm going directly back to the funeral home and get a set of obituaries made. So when this baby grow up and she read her dad's obituary, there's her name.
The courtroom is dead silent. Will this baby be welcomed into a grieving family, or will she be rejected and left fatherless forever?
The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Baker, Mr. Abraham, and Kenaya Abraham is 0%.
and this is why right here.
You know, we're here discussing baby Hazel,
Yes, ma'am.
her paternity, and Ms. Jones asserts that your son is her biological father. Do you believe that? You do?
I do.
Please
I absolutely do.
tell the court why.
Well,
This whole mess starts with Mr. Joyner, a military vet who was in court to prove he's not the father of Ms. Jones's baby, Hazel, after what he says was just a casual fling.
Mr. Joyner, you say you are a responsible U.S. military veteran who would never neglect a call and are 100% certain you are not her child's biological father.
But she says they were in a serious relationship. He was with her every day, and she was even cooking and cleaning for him.
Yes, ma'am. I know the situation because she used to take my car and go over there and visit him and stay sometimes this night and everything with him. I even went over there to his residence, spent the weekend and everything with them.
He's a total dog. He admits he didn't even know her name the first night they got together and only planned for it to be a temporary thing.
We were dating.
Your Honor, I would not say we was dating in any kind of serious relationship. I met her, our place where we worked at, it was a restaurant. I mean, hell, the first night I brought her home, Your Honor, I didn't even know her name. I mean, just to be honest.
His big reason for doubt? He claims in his 12 years of being with women, he has never gotten anyone pregnant. So he thinks it's impossible for him to be the dad.
It's not my baby. It is not my baby. I am a U.S. veteran. I'm a military veteran, and I do take care of my responsibilities.
Do you have other children?
No, Your Honor, I do not.
Grandma is all in. She says the baby looks just like him and that she's already bought a ring with her potential granddaughter's birthstone on it.
They brought her to see me when she was 2 days old. Olivia, I didn't find out till 2 weeks before that she was pregnant. When you
So your
touch
son
a
never
baby,
told you?
Never.
You know, you just know. I have a grandmother's ring I got in April. It has Hazel's name and birthstone right with the rest of my grandkids.
But he says his doubt is real because of a past heartbreak. He once raised another child he thought was his, only for a DNA test to prove he wasn't the father.
Your Honor, I have this to say. Not too long ago, a couple years ago, in West Virginia, where I moved from, there was another situation just similar to this one right here. Girl said that she had a baby, you know, it was mine, all this. And I mean, this baby looked identical to me. Identical. I thought so myself. I got attached to this baby, and the test results came in, and it was negative.
His mom is not having it. She says she's ashamed of him for denying the baby, and that he needs to be a man and step up.
Miss Jones's child, baby Hazel, is your biological child. Why do you think your mother's saying that?
I don't know, maybe just deep down she's ready for me to have a kid. I mean, she knows she's ready for
You're
me.
not
I don't know.
to have babies.
You know, I mean,
No.
my little brother, he has 2 of them, and I don't have any.
He's been a total deadbeat so far. The mom says he hasn't bought a single diaper, and the baby doesn't even have a crib to sleep in.
Needs to grow up, and denying it is not going to help. You're missing every day that you don't.
Sounds like your mother has stepped up in your absence thus far, because she is 8 months old.
I was helping Olivia from day one. Been there and bought that baby diapers, clothes for me from day one when neither one of them would.
I was buying things for Hazel when nobody was.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will Grandma get her wish, or is this man who's been hurt before about to be proven right?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Joyner, you are the father.
I found out I was pregnant, I called DeMarcus and let DeMarcus know I'm pregnant right now, and it's a possibility that it's Ladarius's baby or your baby. DeMarcus told me to come home.
So you got back together with Mr. Patterson.
Because me and Ladarius were like oil and water, and we could not do it.
This poor dude, Mr. Patterson, is so hurt, he raised 4-year-old DeMarcus Jr. from birth. But now his ex, Ms. Knight, is saying another man could be the real dad.
Mr. Patterson, you opened your case today to prove that you 4-year-old DeMarcus Patterson Jr.'s biological father.
But she claims she was honest from the start. She says she told him when she got pregnant that there was a 50-50 chance the baby wasn't his.
I let DeMarcus know when I got pregnant that there was a possibility that I could be pregnant by someone else.
How did this all start? She says she left Mr. Patterson after he cheated on her and immediately got with the other man, Mr. Sigler.
DeMarcus ended up cheating on me within the time we were together, and I ended up leaving with Ladarius, the alleged father. Basically, we didn't work out at all. So I called DeMarcus to let him know, hey, I could be pregnant by Ladarius and you. And DeMarcus like, well, I want to be with you.
But then she got back with Mr. Patterson while she was still with Mr. Sigler. This is a total mess.
As I found out I was pregnant, I called DeMarcus and let DeMarcus know, I'm pregnant right now, and it's a possibility that it's Ladarius's baby or your baby. DeMarcus told me come home.
So you got back together with Mr. Patterson.
Because me and Ladarius were like oil and water and could not do it.
He was so sure the baby was his. He was at the hospital for the birth and says when he held his son for the first time, all his doubts went away.
I've been there since birth, you know, since he came out the womb, since he entered this world. When the doctor first, you know, held him up and finally gave him to him, I witnessed him just completely quit crying and looked me dead in my eyes. And that's when, at that moment, I knew I became someone's father. So at that moment, like all the doubts that we had before, I just knew like they were just out the window and just, it was gonna leave us a happy family,
But she says he's a liar. She claims he's the one who demanded to name the baby after himself and refused to get a DNA test.
Why give in to the name and name this child after him because knowing that there's a possibility?
I was in love with him. We were together all the time. He demanded it, that's what he wanted. He denied the DNA test. So I'm like, you know what?
We're gonna roll with this.
Let's go with it.
The family situation is just bizarre. The other man's mother is Ms. Knight's godmother, and they've all been raising the little boy together like one big happy family.
Felicia, that is your witness here.
My godmom.
That's Mr. Sigler's mother.
Right.
So that's the other guy's mother. And so you said Miss Sigler is your godmother.
Right.
So the other possible father is your god brother?
Right.
Oh.
Ladarius.
Are you making this look bad?
Surprise! The other man, Mr. Sigler, is in court. He says he's the one who told her she was pregnant and took her to the clinic to find out for sure.
DeMarcus Jr.'s biological father?
Yes, ma'am. In the midst of me and Kaylin having dealings or intimacy, I was the one who told her she was pregnant. And when I told her she was pregnant, she said, well, if you feel like that, take me to the clinic.
This is so sad. The little boy calls both men daddy, and now his whole world is about to be turned upside down.
And so in the last 4 years, has Mr. Patterson been there for DeMarcus?
He's been there.
He had. DeMarcus Jr. called Mr. Patterson daddy?
Yeah.
He do look at both of us like fathers.
Does he call you daddy too?
Yes, ma'am.
So the child is calling two men daddy.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. DeMarcus, I don't care how he acted. After this, find out he ain't daddy, he ain't going nowhere.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this big, happy family stay together, or will one man be left heartbroken?
It has been determined by this court. The biological father is Mr. Sigler.
Correct.
Who jumped out the window?
She did.
I was trying to get free from him.
But see, the whole
He's
thing
crazy.
is, she leave the house every time. It's always when a private call come, or it's after 3 a.m. That's the only time he able to get away from his wife, so-called.
What?
That's it.
This relationship is a total disaster. Ms. Hotto is in court to prove her ex, Mr. Andrews, is the father of their baby, but he's sure she's a serial cheater.
Ms. Hadel, after 8 years off and on with the defendant, the two of you called it quits just 3 months ago because he denies your 1-year-old daughter, Amarella. Now, you want to prove to him that he is her biological father.
But she says he's the real cheater. She claims he got another woman pregnant while they were living together.
9 months into our relationship, pregnated another female while he was living with me. I moved to Kansas and got away from him. We then started our relationship back. I had planned on having another child with him.
His big reason for doubt? He snooped on her phone and found a bunch of sexual text messages from another man.
You saw sexual text messages from another man. Is that correct?
Correct.
Explain.
The same person who I see this text message from is the same guy who she was having an affair with all along from the whole get-go. So when I seen that text message, my whole thought process was...
But the drama gets even crazier. He claims she once jumped out of their window at 3 in the morning after getting a private phone call.
Correct.
Who jumped out the window?
She did.
Trying to get free from him.
But see, the whole
He's
thing
crazy.
is, she leave the house every time. It's always when a private call come, or it's after 3 a.m. That's the only time he able to get away from his wife, so-called.
What?
That's it.
Her wild excuse for the window escape? She says he was barricading my front door, and she had to leave to get some comfort.
I get that you all were in a bad place in your relationship, but does trust have to do with playing Wonder Woman and jumping out the window?
I couldn't walk out my front door because he was barricading my front door.
Where were you going?
I was going to find comfort.
He's got more proof. He says he found a bunch of unused condoms in her car. What was she planning to do with those?
Found a condom
So
in
at least
the car.
I was using protection and it ain't.
But she know I'm the one who take my daughter to daycare every morning. I'm the one get the dress, take daycare every morning. Little dirty people couldn't even take the condom and throw it away.
The ultimate betrayal. He claims she even admitted to him that there were 2 other men who could be the baby's father.
A couple times.
Number 4. 4 months ago, Ms. Hadel told me about other potential fathers.
Correct.
Really?
And out of spite, she just go to running her mouth, and when she get mad, she'll tell on herself.
Full of it.
She says that's a lie. She claims she only agreed with him that there were other men because he wouldn't stop accusing her.
No, Honor, this is what I said, and I'm gonna let you know what happened. He was saying this person and this person is her daddy. I said, okay.
Because you was having
And
affairs with both of
okay,
them.
then
Because she was having
no, I
affairs with
was
both
not.
guys.
Either way, so I just agreed with him because that's what he wanted to hear. So I said, okay. Like, I'm done arguing with you. Okay, then.
And you think I would, so you...
He was there for the birth and even cut the umbilical cord, but he says he still had doubts in the back of his mind the whole time.
Another female pregnant in the same town that we're living in. I'm about to give birth a month later. He was there, got to see this first child born out of whatever 6 or 7 children that he does have. This is the first child that he got to see born. So that was very special for him, me as well, having him there.
But he's got his own secrets. She claims he has 3 other kids with other women that he's been hiding from her.
He has 2 other children. 3 other children outside of the relationship?
During our relationship.
No.
What kind of mess is this?
She's lying.
Right.
She's lying. She's lying.
You're gonna get the side eye now.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this chaotic couple finally get the answer they need to move on?
Determined by this court, Mr. Andrews, you are the father.
That's when I should have known that.
But at some point you found out.
Yes.
2 weeks later,
And
but
I
you
still,
continue.
but, and I still continue.
We 4 years
yes,
now?
I did. By then, I felt like I was stuck. I was young, and I felt like I was stuck.
This whole mess starts with Ms. Phillips, who is suing her ex, Mr. Gibbs, for over $1,000 in baby expenses for their daughter Jordan because he refuses to help out.
Ms. Phillips, you are suing your ex-boyfriend for $1,000 in child care expenses you claim he has ignored since denying that he is the father of your 2-month-old daughter Jordan, whom he refuses to meet.
But he says he has every reason to doubt her. He claims she has a history of being with other men and didn't live up to his standards.
You claim that Ms. Phillips did not live up to your standards and has a long history of sexual promiscuity. You believe you are not father of her baby and therefore say owe her nothing.
Their relationship was a total roller coaster. He says he kicked her out after a spiritual convention, but she says he's the one who was playing games.
I think it started for me when, he went to this convention, a spiritual convention, and he came home that night. He was just like, you gotta go.
I just must stop you. You're in a relationship. He's the one for me.
That's how I felt.
But she admits she did cheat on him. She says she felt stuck in the relationship because of his own cheating and just wanted to get back at him.
That's when I should have known that the relationship
But at
was
some
gonna
point you
progress.
found out.
Yes.
2 weeks later,
And
but
I
you
still-
continue.
but- and
3
I
years,
still
we 4 years
yes,
now.
I did because by then I felt like I was stuck. I was young and I felt like I was stuck.
His sister Orion takes the stand. She says she found it super weird that Ms. Phillips disappeared to another state for 2 weeks while she was pregnant.
Okay, well, first of all, it's just too much between the both of them, back and forth. This has been going on for years. And when my brother first told me that she was pregnant and that she did have a child, I thought it was strange that she left and went to Tampa, because I felt like, okay, well, if it is his baby, you're not just keeping it away from him, but you're keeping it away from the rest of his family too.
But Ms. Phillips says she only left to get away from all the stress and drama he was causing her during the pregnancy.
Couldn't do it no more, Your Honor. All this drama he would take. I was pregnant. I wasn't trying to be the pregnant.
It was stressing you out.
Yeah, trying to be stressed out. I was not trying to be stressed by him, and he know why, because he first came off denying it. Then we getting argument after argument.
But the mom says her daughter is a good person who just made some bad choices and that he's not perfect either.
She's saying, oh, I can't take it no more, but look what we've been going through for the past 3 years of chaos.
And I was pregnant then.
So you're gonna get pregnant, but then now you take off right when things are getting
to go to Florida. And what did you think?
I thought it was strange because, I mean, pregnant by someone and I wanted that person to step up. And even if I'm having problems with that, I'm gonna think about my child.
He's been a total deadbeat so far. She says he hasn't given her a single penny for the baby, and she had to pay for everything herself.
I wouldn't just leave while I'm pregnant, because that's just not natural
Well, the
to
baby
me.
comes first, and my baby's health is important to me. If I'm stressed out, of course, I mean, it's anything that can happen when you're pregnant. If you got a child, you will know. Then when you're pregnant, you can't be straight.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will he be on the hook for over $1,000, or will he get the last laugh?
This court has determined that you are her father. So after he didn't show up with the leasing office,
I left.
And how soon after you were intimate with Mr. Sensabaugh did you go down to see your ex?
It was soon.
It was soon. So you're admitting to that?
Yes.
Is that evidence you have for me? Jerome, will you pass that?
This whole mess starts with Mr. Sensabaugh, a man who has survived being shot twice and now just wants to know if Ms. Brown's baby is his.
Ms. Montoya, you and your son, Mr. Sensabaugh, claim you've been lied to by the defendant about the paternity of her child on numerous occasions.
Yes, Your Honor.
But she says he's just a total mama's boy who let his mom break them up because he wouldn't even sign a lease for their new apartment.
I didn't know that Gregory was such a mother's boy and that I was dealing with his mother.
How am I a mother's boy?
I would be dealing with his mother. I didn't lay with her, I laid with him. We had a conversation and he had said that he was ready to, so I had found an apartment. I had an apartment that was ready for us to sign the paperwork.
But he says their relationship was never serious and that she was still talking to her ex the whole time they were together.
Like the relationship, she was still talking to her, you feel me, her ex, you feel me? So like, what was I supposed to
Greg,
do?
you know the honest to God truth that you told me you was ready to settle down.
She admits it. Just a week after they broke up, she went to another state and got with her ex, who is now the other possible father.
So after he didn't show up with the leasing office, and how soon after you were intimate with Mr. Sensabaugh did you go down to see your ex?
It was soon.
So you're admitting to that?
Yes.
Is that evidence you have for me? Jerome, will you pass that?
She's a total liar. The grandma says she caught her in a lie about taking a plane to see the other man when she actually drove.
But even looking at this calendar, it lets me know that she even lied about something else, because I was told she took a plane to Oklahoma, and then when she got off the plane, she was throwing up, I guess, experiencing morning sickness. Now here we go, you drove.
Greg knew.
You told me. I don't know what you told Greg or what
I never told you that I took a plane to Oklahoma.
But here's the craziest part. They already took a home DNA test, and it came back that he was not the father.
The timeline of lies is week 1. I purchased the DNA test, to which she agreed to take. 8 weeks, 2 months for her to send it in. And the whole 2 months, she said, I sent it. Finally, she sends it in the DNA sample. Week 11, the results came in. I got an email in the middle of the night.
And what did the results say?
That there was 0 probability of paternity.
So why are they in court? Because she admits she faked that first test. She says she swapped one of her other kids' DNA samples to trick him.
I get told by my son that she said she lied and that she swapped one of her other kids on purpose so that he wouldn't be the father.
Wait a minute. Ms. Brown, did you say this?
I said that out of us being upset.
So once again,
and him talking crazy,
That's another lie.
cussing me out. And
His mom is heartbroken. She says this whole mess has torn her up and she just wants the truth for her son, who has already been through so much.
At the end of the day, my son got shot once. He got shot again after these results. That's week 14. Maybe by week 19, he was shot again and almost died. So here we are. We have still a child up in the air, and that's what brings us here to paternity court.
Do you hope she's your grandchild?
I don't know.
But Ms. Brown says the grandma is the real problem. She claims the grandma has been lying on her and trying to keep her son away from his responsibilities.
This is my son. I can lose him at any given time. He's been shot twice. Who's to say the third time isn't gonna be it? My son almost died when he was 2 weeks old. So if she wants to consider him a mama's boy, that's with him getting shot.
The poor baby, Malaya, is caught in the middle of all this. The grandma says the baby looks just like her, and she's been so excited to be a grandma.
Why are you so emotional, Mrs. Montoya? What are you feeling?
I don't know. I don't know what to feel. I just want the truth to come out.
Like, and another reason is because the baby looked like it favors me. So I was just thinking, like, why I can't be in my child's life if that's my child? Like, it looked like me.
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Will this man who has survived so much finally get the peace he's looking for?
It has been determined by this court. Mr. Sensabaugh, you are not her father.
And get her name what it's supposed to be, Ava Jashay Miller, and that meant so much to my son, and that's why I know it, because I lost a daughter, and her name was Ashaya. She was 15. They was very close, so that's where her name come from.
This whole sad story starts with Ms. Kyle, who is in court to prove to her late boyfriend's mother, Ms. Light, that her son James is the father of her baby, Ava.
Ms. Kiles, you have opened your case to prove to the defendant that her deceased son, James, is your 14-month-old daughter, Ava's biological father. You state that you know the defendant is in pain due to the loss of her son, but so are you, and want nothing more than to give her closure.
But the grandma, Miss Light, says her son had big doubts. He told her that another man once answered Ms. Kyle's phone and claimed he was Ava's father.
Ms. Light, you say Ms. Kyles is a pathological liar, and you claim that as much as you would love for a piece of your son to be here, you don't trust baby Ava belongs to him.
But
the doubt is still eating away at you.
It's killing me. It was just a lot going on. He came to me so many times, hurt after he moved her to Oklahoma.
She totally denies it. Ms. Kyle swears their arguments were never about other people and that he never doubted the baby was his.
And so, Ms. Kyles, did another man answer the phone?
That never happened. Me and James never had any fights or arguments about any females, any males. I was hormonal.
But here's a crazy twist. Ms. Kyle admits that after the baby was born, she tried to give her away to a family member who named her Skylar.
When do you let him know that the baby's here?
I decided to give Ava away to a family member, and she named Ava Skylar.
She says she got the baby back and changed her name to Ava, which is what she and James had originally picked out together.
She took her back to Chicago. A week later, I wanted my baby back. She didn't want to give her to me, so I had to call my mother to get her back. She got her immediately. My mom went to go get her. My mom dropped Ava off to Miss Lighthouse, where James was staying at.
He loved that baby so much. The grandma reveals that her son got Ava tattooed right on his face to show his love for his little girl.
Because my son had tatted on his face, Ava Jashay. My son would have told me something. My son would have got the baby's name changed if he had known.
The story is so tragic. The grandma says James was raising Ava as his own and even had her in the car with him on the day he was tragically murdered.
He was raised, she was with her daddy. Y'all was in Illinois at this point. She was with her father when he passed away. She was in a car.
The birth certificate is a total mess. The grandma found a text message that revealed the baby's legal name is still Skylar, and she doesn't even have James's last name.
She didn't have to tell me this, but my grandbaby name is not Ava Jashay. Her name is Skylar Angel, and that's how I found out a couple of weeks ago. On my son's obituary and everything is Ava Jashay Miller.
She says if the baby is her son's, she wants to legally change her name to Ava Jashay Miller, a name that has special meaning to their family.
And get her name what it's supposed to be, Ava Jashay Miller, and that meant so much to my son, and that's why I know it, because I lost a daughter, and her name was Ashaya. She was 15. They was very close, so that's where her name come from.
Judge Lake has the results. Will this grieving grandma get the news she's been praying for, or is more heartbreak on the way?
The percentage of relatedness between Ms. Light and Skylar Ava is 99%. You are. So you can blame yourself.
No, this is his fault. This is his fault and this is her fault. And my thing is this, he's been doing things with women. This is the pinch of it compared to what I've been going through in the last 7.5 years. She was one, we got into it because she contacted me.
This whole mess starts with Ms. Humphreys, who is in court to prove her ex, Mr. Cook, is the father of her baby, Tyler. But her new man, Mr. Mosley, is also in the mix.
Ms. Humphreys, you are in court to prove that Mr. Mosley fathered your 2-month-old son, Tyler, while he was separated from the mother of his children.
She admits she was getting with both men at the same time, and even says she didn't use protection with either of them.
Because at the time when I got conceived, we were sexual. That was like the end of August, beginning of September.
Were you having sex with anyone else during that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You were?
But she says she was more sexual with Mr. Mosley, which is why she thinks he's the one. What does that even mean?
But you also were having sex with the other guy during that time as well. Do you consider him as a potential father as well?
I mean, he could be, but I was more sexual with Mr. Mosley.
His other girlfriend, Miss Robinson, is in court, and she is not happy. She's totally fed up with all the drama and just wants this mess to be over.
So you can blame yourself.
No, this is his fault. This is his fault and this is her fault. And my thing is this, he's been doing things with women. This is the pinch of it compared to what I've been going through in the last 7.5 years. She was one, we got into it because she contacted me.
But here's the crazy part. Even though he has a whole other girlfriend, Mr. Mosley admits he is still getting with Ms. Humphreys.
So you still have sex with Ms. Humphreys?
I have, yeah.
And still going to continue to once this is done.
Yes.
Drama.
No, it's the truth.
And you say that without any reservation. Yes, I am. But you stand here saying your family's on the line and you don't want Miss Robinson to leave you. But you saying you having sex with Miss Humphreys.
The ex-boyfriend, Mr. Cook, is here, and he's been a total stand-up guy. He's been there for her and the baby, was at the baby shower, and was even at the birth.
Mr. Cook, have you been in the child's life?
Yes.
What have you done for Tyler?
I bought Tyler stuff for his baby shower. I was there when Tyler was born.
You were?
Yes.
At the hospital?
Yeah, but he wasn't there. He wasn't at the baby shower neither. When Miss Humphreys told me she was conceived, which was September 1st, we eliminated Mr. Mosley from even being a candidate for being Tyler's father.
He's so hurt by her lies. He tells her he's been trying to do the right thing, but she's just been playing games with both of them.
Are you telling him that he's the child's father? And you're telling Mr. Mosley he's the child's father?
Wow.
I'm the only one that's doing something for the child.
She's not lying now. She's telling the truth.
I'm the only one doing something for the child.
So,
I
Mr.
keep
Humphreys,
Tyler
why
more
are
than
you?
her.
Why is that your approach?
Judge Lake has the envelope that holds the truth. Which of these men is about to have their life changed forever?
It has been determined by this court. His biological father is Mr. Cook.